I chose cognitive behavior therapy as my model therapy. I believe it speaks to many problems people face today with low self-esteem and negative thoughts. I chose Mr. Potato Head to represent my therapy. As I began pulling this together, I realized that a potato has many attributes of a person. It comes in many shapes and sizes. Some are long, some are short, some are skinny, some are more rounded. And like people, they're none perfect. Potatoes are diverse. They come in white, yellow, purple, red. And a potato has many talents. It can be fried, baked, mashed, or put in soups or casseroles. It goes along with most anything. It could be a main dish or a side dish. Regardless of what you do to it, though, or what it looks like, it is still a potato. People are still people regardless of our skin color, our shape, how many degrees we have, or if we're famous. We are still people. We still face problems and trials every day. Mr. Potato Head is representing CBT because, as many of you have noticed, his glasses are very narrow, have very small lenses to see through. He sees the picture to be very narrow, which is the way things ought to be, should be, or must be, not how life really is. I left his mustache on as a disguise because many people have a false sense of self. I put his ears down because he only hears what he wants to hear. Coming from his head are thoughts, let me pull his hat off, are thoughts that I should always succeed or I'm a failure. I ought to make straight A's or I'll never get into the college I want to get into. I'll never be the person I want to be. I must have lots of friends or I'm a loser. This eventually makes us an unhappy person because we can never be the person we think we should be. It is important as a counselor to help a person overcome these feelings. They need to understand that they may have made some bad decisions, but that does not make them a bad person. The cognitive behavior therapy approach helps clients learn to cope with life's concerns through cognitive, emotive, and behavioral interventions. A therapist looks at the client's past change experience, motivations for change, preferred learning styles, and goals. The client should start looking fully at themselves and like themselves for who they are. They need to stop analyzing bad decisions as it's making them a bad person, but instead they've just made mistakes. And now they can see things really how they are. The client should learn to be content with themselves and understand that they have value. And when they understand they have value, they can then be happy with themselves. The client should start listening fully, but ignore comments that make themselves feel bad about themselves. They need to listen, but they have to also listen to the comments that makes them feel good. Lastly, the client should change his thoughts to nobody wins at everything. Let's get rid of all these bad thoughts. If I do my best, then I'll be proud of what I do. And I have some very nice and loyal friends, and I'm thankful for the friends that I have. Once a person changes his thoughts that made bad decisions, make them a bad person, that bad decisions make them a bad person, they can start feeling better about themselves. Through counseling and homework, they're able to change their bad choices with good choices and become self-confident and self-accepting.